Back on the Chamber Report, time now for member profiles, a chance for you to find out who some of those 600 members of the Anoka Area Chamber of Commerce are. With us today, we have Emily Orr and Larissa Beck from Reach for Resources. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so the big question, because there's people out there watching going, Reach for Resources. What is that and who is that? Larissa, who is Reach for Resources?
So Reach for Resources is a nonprofit organization located out in Minnetonka that does services with people with disabilities and mental illness.
All right, so what services does Reach provide?
We have a whole slew of different services that we have. So we categorize them in 4 different departments that we have as an organization. We have case management services, and that is for people who are receiving waivered services and county-funded services. We have our adaptive rec and inclusion programs, and so we have fun activities almost every single day within our recreation department. And then for our inclusion services, those we partner with different cities to be able to operate inclusion services in accordance with those cities' parks and rec programs that they offer.
I just want to say that what you guys do is rock star status stuff. I mean, the feeling you must have coming out of that every day with what you see and how you are helping people reach for new opportunities just in their life and in their souls has got to be extremely exhilarating, and God bless you and the entire crew for everything you do when it comes to that, because it's a service needed, but more importantly, it's just as good as it gets. And so thank you, both of you and the rest of the crew, for doing that. So you mentioned the services.
Oh, there's more.
Larissa, exactly. Do you have new services is the question, and if so, what are they?
We are relaunching our counseling services that we operate and that we have, and so that's within our mental health programs. So we have mental health counselors who are able to see people with whatever depression, anxiety, whatever diagnosis that they have going on, and they want to be able to have some help and assistance with, to be able to live their life with more independence in that area.
Critical, absolutely critical. I'm glad to hear that that's back in play. All right, Emily, you're up. So is Reach, I know the answer, but is Reach celebrating anything special in 2025?
Yeah, we're really proud to be celebrating our 40th anniversary.
Oh, that's great.
So 40 years of Reach for Resources. We've been around since 1985, and celebrating this year kind of throughout the year. We do have a ribbon cutting ceremony that's on February 19th from 1 to 2:30 at our office. We're just doing like warm drinks and treats, and a little bit of kind of looking back and celebrating how far we've come in the last 40 years. We did only start with our mental health and adaptive rec services way back in the 80s, and then now we're up to many services, becoming truly a wraparound service provider with for people with disabilities and mental health conditions.
40 years says everything. Means what you're doing is right and it's working, and people get that. With that, I know that fundraising is a key piece of this pie, and it's a pretty big piece that needs to get cooked and baked well. Do you have any upcoming events for fundraisers?
Yeah, absolutely. So Monday, March 10th, we'll be at LTD Brewing in Hopkins for a bingo night, and that's 6 to 8 p.m. It's $5 per game, and we'll have some cool prizes for you to win. We also have a bowl-a-thon event on March 29th in Bloomington at Southtown from 1 to 4. And we don't have our page live yet, but in July 14th, we'll have our main golf fundraiser at the Wilds in Prior Lake. So any companies or businesses could get involved in that, having a team or a sponsorship. We're starting to look for those opportunities now, and we'll be posting those on our website.
Excellent. If somebody out there watching goes, you know what, I like it, I like what this is, I want to help, they don't have to wait for a golf tournament to be able to help the cause. So how would somebody who, number one, maybe is in a situation where they need some of the services, or they have a loved one or a family friend or somebody that they feel, you know what, this is worth that first step. How do they get a hold of you guys? If you want to give, you should give. What a great way to start 2025. How do they start that whole ball rolling?
Yeah, visit our website. We have all of our different resources available on there. So reachforresources.org is the website. And on there, you can find services. You can click Get Involved, and you can donate. There's an events page. There's a volunteer page. We've got a really slick new volunteer system, so people can get involved that way as well. In those adaptive rec programs, we do have a lot of really fun opportunities for people, and they truly brighten your day. And some of them are over on this end of town too. So we're based in Minnetonka, but we do services throughout the state of Minnesota. And we do have a lot. Our basketball league's over here on this end of town. Our softball league is moved over here, and soccer, and lots of social events too. So lots of ways to get involved. Our phone number, if you prefer that, is 952-200-3030. And our Facebook, social media, all of those are great too. Our Facebook Messenger, you'll get a response during business hours pretty quickly. So that's an easy way too.
Excellent. And the website again?
reachforresources.org.
She is Emily Orr. She is Larissa Beck. They are with Reach for Resources. Just keep up the good work. Let's go another 40. How about that?
That's what we're hoping. Thanks,
I
Wayne.
have no doubt that it will. And hey, if you can help out in that fundraising effort, whether it's golf or anything, just do it. You're going to feel better about it. It's right, and you're helping a cause that is worthy of that donation. So please consider doing that. That was my little Jerry Lewis pitch there, in case you weren't watching. But the reality is it's right, and they could use the help, and you will feel better when you do it. I would urge you to learn more about Reach for Resources. If you're debating something like that, trust me, as you jump in, you'll see it. And 40 years says everything. All right, we're taking a break. When we come back, more on member profiles, and we'll do that right after this.